brief demise quickly converted the inhabitants into undead. Oh, it seemed the villagers had also locked up one of the already transformed. It could prove very useful. The joyous evil had freed a vampire from captivity. These mighty creatures were excellent fighters who froze their opponent's blood in their veins if they didn't suck them dry like an overripe orange. The pillaging evil had reached the western village. The inhabitants there were just begging to be transformed into undead. At least, that's what I'll say. Who cares what they really want? The bloodless evil had freed a vampire who immediately joined the army. The necromantic evil had built a graveyard. Normally, that didn't really mean much at all, but the contaminated water had soaked into the underground there.
Undead, rise and obey my commands. I am the Lich King. I mean Thalya. General of the Devil, the disgusting evil. It is time to end your rest and face the repugnant living.
The plundering evil's army had entered the northeastern village. The inhabitants there would surely be quickly and carefully turned into undead. Come on, lend a hand here. The destructive evil had destroyed all of the surrounding villages. An excellent job, naturally only made possible by an extraordinary narrator's copious directions. And now it determinedly advanced on the bronze titan of Alphas. The mighty evil continued to march undaunted on the bronze titan of Alphas. On the way, it reached an army camp belonging to the heroes. This was led by the paladin Elric. Reinforced by the contaminated from the surrounding villages, it entered this battle joyously and carefree.
Ha! We're...
Stop! Who entreats entry into the camp of the glorious Elric the Pretty?
Who the hell calls themselves the Pretty?
Ah, Thalya. I've been looking for you. Ha! My excellent mind tracked you down, just as I expected.
I came here on my own. You didn't track me at all. You just sat around on your lazy arse while I sacked the entire area.
Ah, silence, you wretched monster! I will now punish you. In the name of good, in the name of the goddess, and in the name of Thanos, your days are numbered.
Are you finally done, you braggart? I'll put you away. I'll cut you down. I'll wipe your mouth with a dirty old rag.
Ha! Do you really think you're ready for me? You're no worthy opponent for me. The goddess herself has blessed me. I am worth 3 paladins.
Oh, stop exaggerating and let's finally get down to...
No, I really am worth 3. Watch and wonder. By the power of the goddess, multiply me! In the name of the goddess, how could I lose against you? This cannot...
The bronze titan of Alphas had been destroyed. Nothing more stood in the way of the destruction of the not-quite-so-free cities. The victorious evil triumphed yet again. Oh yes, and it had also destroyed the last of Thanos' companions in the process. Now, it was time.
You killed Elric! Enough is enough. Now, I'm going to take care of you personally. Everything evil shall be destroyed!
Now it really was time to face Thanos. The doubtful evil was not convinced that Thalya was up to this fight.
I can take him. I hope.
I am your father. The not-quite-so-free cities were naught but smoking ruins. But Thanos had now reached Thalya and the surprised evil's army. An epic battle loomed.
Time has come to stop you once and for all, Thalya. You have brought sorrow to this land and killed my stalwarts, my friends. You are truly evil.
Thank you. I do try. But you want to stop me? You and what army?
Army? I'll show you my army. Feel the wrath of the goddess while I open the gates to Valhalla!
Thanos' divine power flowed through the land and began to open a portal in the dungeon. A portal which transported revoltingly noble and good-natured heroes from the afterworld directly into the dungeon.
Okay. Here comes the army.
Thalya was clearly overwhelmed by the situation. The annoyed evil sighed. Obviously, it would have to take care of the matter itself.
Hey, great idea. It's about time I got to know the big boss anyway.
Bringing the absolute evil here would require a great deal of chaotic magic. No mana would work here. We're talking substantial sacrifices. This would require a number of volunteers to be taken from the prison and thrown into the sacrificial pit. The cocooning evil had merrily entrenched itself in the dungeon. But the troops from the not-quite-so-free cities scented a chance to gain the upper hand with Thanos' presence and gathered ready to storm the dungeon for the good.
Let them come! We'll tear them a new one, put them over our knees, tell them bad jokes.
That was not all, Thalya. Feel my anger. I will open another gate to Valhalla.
This Thanos really didn't do things by halves. A portal opened in the surprised evil's dungeon. Soon it would bring new heroes into the dungeon.
Oh, crap. Damn it. Go! Beat them! Kill them! Make them fill out tax returns!
The exploratory evil had discovered a few caged, contaminated in one of the villages. If someone were to free them and then kill them...
New undead! Excellent! Go save them! Free them!
The laboratory was ready for use. Undead could from now on work there to turn mana and toolboxes into the greatly prized magic toolboxes. An insane success.
My power is growing. Soon the troops from Valhalla shall rise. You think that was it, Thalya? Ha! Valhalla has more of those to offer. Take that.
And again, Thanos opened a gate to Valhalla, which brought even more heroes into the perplexed-looking evil's dungeon.
Psha, take them. Go! Bite their noses off, twist their ears, fart in their faces!
Troops from Valhalla, chasing the evil! That wasn't everything. Time for another portal to Valhalla.
And another portal opened in the dungeon. The briefly hesitating evil looked a little confused, but then stopped. The constantly nagging evil's tireless little snots had uncovered a number of magic toolboxes in the underground. They could be used to produce much better workplaces.
Really? Excellent! Is there any other way to get these magic toolboxes?
As a matter of fact, the magic toolbox wanting evil could produce them itself. All it had to do was build a laboratory where undead could combine toolboxes and mana to make those magic toolboxes.
Oh, that sounds extremely simple. Come on, you lazy little snots. Build one of those laboratories, now!
The conquest-craving evil had destroyed parts of the overworld. Things were going well.
Do you think that impresses me? Ha! That just makes me even more angry. The warriors of Valhalla will pass judgment. Troops from Valhalla, chasing the evil!
The amazingly widely traveled evil had spotted more contaminated. Following their early death, these would gladly join his army. The still wanting to summon itself evil had by now sacrificed a good third of the necessary heroes. His summoning would not be long in coming.
Thalya, stop your reprehensible conduct immediately! Human sacrifice, how could you? That is pure evilness, and totally despicable.
A good two-thirds of the needed heroes had been sacrificed. The soon-to-summon itself evil was already rubbing its hands. Ha! It would wipe the floor with Thanos.
This is where your abominable deeds end. Die, blasphemous abomination!
Done! The freshening up for the summoning evil had sacrificed enough heroes. There was nothing left to prevent its arrival. But could it wait just a little longer?
That almost sounds like a challenge. Of course we can hold the fort. For a while, at least. It is time. Finally, time to kick the arse of Thanos!
Never, abomination! You have no power here! You shall not pass!
The time had finally come. The absolute evil rose from the depths of the temple. Not a second too soon, as Thanos once again called countless heroes from his portals. But these heroes were, of course, no danger to the immortal evil. More like a nice warm-up routine. It joyfully cut its way through the enemy ranks, their blood spurting in all directions. The censors won't like that bit, but we don't care. After those enemies had been destroyed, the malicious evil turned to Thanos. An epic duel began. The two opponents' powers briefly washed them in bright light, while wild tendrils of energy darted through the air. They exchanged a few blows before freezing into an epic pose for a staring contest. A cliched battle, the kind one sees in every second anime, where it spends 3 entire episodes on the same scene. But the opponents were not as equal as one would believe. Thanos realized that he was no match for the absolute evil. Fear took hold of him as his defeat became foreseeable, and his courage and his will dwindled. But his goddess showed mercy when he implored her. She protected him with a divine shield so that he could use his homestone to teleport to safety. The absolute evil erupted in wild insults, which anyone familiar with the wargame craft could fully understand. Unfortunately, the unspeaking evil had no voice, so it only hissed silently to itself and waved its hands in a threatening manner. Unfortunately, it couldn't stay in this place forever, and so the homey evil once again disappeared. But Thalya had tasted blood. The disgrace of her failure sat deep, causing her to pursue Thanos. She drove the having an ice-cold drink at home evil's army on towards the capital in a forced march. Shortly thereafter, Thalya stood before Stormbreeze, ready to end the conflict once and for all. Baptism of fire. The absolute evil had greatly weakened Thanos and put him to flight. Thalya immediately took up the chase, without the outstanding evil. Thanos had fled following his defeat at the hands of the absolute evil. Thalya had immediately taken up the chase without first summoning the ultimate evil again.
Right, as if I couldn't do this on my own. I kick Thanos' arse, tear his eyes out, and use his teeth as a xylophone.
Anyway, it was rash. Nevertheless, Thalya had followed her former mentor and foster father to his hometown of Stormbreeze. There, the final battle would take place. I think so, anyway.
Everything good must die.
Thalya and her army entered the city of Stormbreeze. There they found some barricades and, oh, an ambush. Naturally, no one could have thought of that. Thanos was but a short distance away. Thalya prepared for the upcoming epic battle.
Evil will triumph.
Thalya, you dared to pollute the blessed city of Stormbreeze with your corrupt presence?
Got it in one, old man. Time to settle up. You wanted to turn me into a miserable good marionette and show me off as a virtuous little animal that you'd trained the evil out of. Don't lie.
Lie? It's true. I thought I could make something natural out of you, something good. But you remain the same mangy, evil scum you always were.
Oh, that's not entirely true. I'm still here too. Ugh, you! Honestly, you crawl into a corner for so long, and now you come out to brush around Papa Thanos' legs whining.
Ah, and there is still hope for you. Interesting.
Time to die, old man.
Enough! That's enough! We end this now! Feel the wrath of all that is good!
Thanos conjured up a mighty firestorm that rolled toward Thalya and her army. However, it didn't differentiate between good and evil, and burned into the city of Stormbreeze as well.
The purifying fire will redeem you!
Without the ultimate evil, Thalya didn't fare well. She could only run if she didn't want to die in the firestorm.
Okay, run! Take to your heels! Flee from the fire! Rub yourself with burn cream! Good will fall!
Do not try to escape the purifying flames, child. They will cleanse you. Take that!
Thanos cast another spell and let fire rain from the sky. Apparently, he did not mind burning more of Stormbreeze to the ground.
There! The graves are sinking into the ground! That's extremely strange, but whatever. It's the ideal escape route.
The firestorm devastated large parts of Stormbreeze and grew ever larger and faster.
You won't escape the purifying fire that easily. Even if I have to burn the whole city to the ground!
Oh, crap. What do I do now? I need the absolute evil! Help!
The absolute evil was a little busy at the moment. All right, I'll lend a quick hand. That mausoleum over there was, in fact, an undead, a mighty grave golem. It rose and cleared the way for Thalya.
Oh, great! Thanks! Forwards! Flee in panic! Run like hell! Speed off on segways!
This barricade looked extremely strong. Not a problem for a powerful titan like the Grave Golem.
Burn! Cleansing fire! If Stormbreeze cannot withstand the evil, it deserves to die in the flames!
But Thanos! What?